Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve, this is Everyday Artist, and welcome. And this is Rogue, who does not want to be here. Do you? Yeah. So I'll put her down. You can go. It's okay. She's afraid of flies, and there is one in the house, and so she has been with her little nose in the corner of the couch, hiding like an ostrich hides. I'm sorry that she's scared all the time, but you know, there's not really anything I can do about it. Don't stand on my stitching. Anyway, I had to dig her out from her hiding spot. Didn't I? You didn't want to today. And I also try to remember that she's getting old. Yeah. So it's September. I don't know where the year went, but it is almost over. And my nephew's birthday was Friday, and we had a little birthday dinner for him yesterday. And I don't know what I did all weekend. No idea. We were hoping that they would come and take photos of the house on Friday, so we had to get it all ready. And then, no, they're not coming until tomorrow. Of course, I won't be here most of tomorrow, but, you know, what can you do? But, you know, fortunately, everything's ready. You got to live in the house, like my stitching and stuff. I'm not going to put it away every time I stop, but I'm going to have to start doing that in case they want to show the house. The big problem with them showing our house is the animals. One of my sister's cats is an escape artist, and if he gets anywhere near where he can slip out a door, he's gone. I can't tell you how many times I had to hunt for that cat in the bushes at my sister's apartment. So the cat most definitely cannot be in the house when people are looking at it. And so my sister and I are like, how will we do if they want to do an open house? How are we going to do that? Things I worry about. And yeah, so I don't have a lot of stitching. I did a little bit on a lot of stuff. Well, a little bit on a little bit of stuff. But I figure the way things are going right now, any amount of work is a plus. Also, I started teaching my classes last week, and I cannot tell you how unbelievably tired I was. I am definitely not used to working at all. So I'm gonna talk about my stitching, although I think it's maybe because my paints and stuff are unavailable that I just think about it constantly. I don't know. I so much want to paint right now when I don't have any. I said the only thing I need to leave out is my cross stitch because I can't put that away. Well, you know, cross stitching isn't nearly as messy as painting, and I like working with pencils. I use pastel pencils, and also I love Prismacolor pencils. Not so much regular color pencils. They're okay, but and so we were teaching with color pencils, and I don't remember, one kid wanted to pour out all the pencils, and I said, you know, if you just open it and tip the fronts out, then you can see the pencils and take out what you need. And I said, that's what I do with my pencils, and I have a lot of pencils. I have a lot. and she said, I guessed it. I guessed at over 150, but it's probably quite a bit more than that. And they're like, oh. Yeah, so I'm enjoying teaching them, but it is, I forgot how much work it is to work outside the home. So I'll get into it. I'll get used to it. It's just, fortunately, it's cooling off. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so I managed to finish my Scattered Seed Samplers Little Berry Thief. This is my August cross stitch camp choice. I am not doing it on linen. I did not do it on linen. It's charted for 36 count. They put it on Edinburgh Vintage Country Mocha linen with one strand. I use 2 strands because I don't like stitching with one strand. And there's more fabric. It's just that the light comes through. This is 18 count Ada, but it's a Hobby Lobby fabric, but I cannot remember the color. Ivory, maybe? I don't know. But here it is. And I did turn it into a quail. And I'm so happy with the way it looks. I had to pause. My son was racing through trying to get out the door. He's late for work. So I had been thinking after I finished this that this is part of a series, Birds of a Feather. And I'm like, I want to look at the whole series. I liked the fact that it was small, but also it was so sweet. So, what is the word I want to use? I don't know. And I thought, if this is part of a series, maybe I want to do the whole series. Maybe. We'll see. So, I got this at the attic. So I can probably look there, but right now, okay, the greater Phoenix area is huge, and it's East Valley and West Valley separated in general by part of a mountain range and the airport, and, just kind of there. So I live in the East Valley part of Greater Phoenix area, but that part of Phoenix includes Chandler, Mesa, Gilbert, Queen Creek, Santan Valley. I'm probably missing some. Santan Valley. I'm in Phoenix on the westmost side of the East Valley, and my son thinks that we should move to Santan Valley. We went to look at a house there yesterday. It took us 45 minutes to get there. And I could smell cows. I don't want to live where I can smell cows. I don't want to live where it is so far from the things that my sister likes to do because she can't drive herself. So, you know, I would have to take her, and I don't want to say no because she should be able to do that. And we were thinking on our way back from there, I'm like, going to the attic from there would be so challenging. The attic is in Mesa, which kind of sort of is halfway in between, but it's also much further north. So I'm not saying that it's like really far. Oh, Scottsdale, I forgot about Scottsdale. I'm not saying it's really far north, but Santan Valley is very south and very east. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to live over there. So we're going to have to find a different plan. Because I want to be able to hop in the car and not worry about gas to go, you know, to the attic or whatever. My son wants us to be in a safe area, and he wants the mortgage payment that he's paying to be much smaller. And I'm on board with that. I just don't think we need to go all the way over there. I was telling my sister, I'd rather live in downtown Phoenix. And there's a lot of crime down there. I said, I have no desire to live over there. It's beautiful. The houses there's new construction. The houses are big and beautiful. The house we saw was okay. The rooms were kind of small, but I was just like, it's too far. It's too far from the things we do that, you know, we enjoy. And if my sister could drive herself to her own stuff, it would be different. But, you know, I wouldn't hate it as much. I would still hate it, but I wouldn't hate it as much. But you don't care about that. So anyway, I did turn the bird into a quail because I like quail. And I was very happy to actually finish my cross-stitch camp piece. So, yeah. Okay, so I did a teeny tiny bit of work on the 2023 temperature cell on the flowers. And that's the needle. That's where I am. So this color, I have to put in the rest of it right here, and I'm done with that color. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I haven't thought about doing this, mostly because the thread color that is one of the threads that is in the turtle words are not coming to me right now. The turtle temperature cell that I'm working on. So that is Stitchin' Mommy's temperature turtles, and we are now in September. I haven't started September. So since I do it on Fridays, it's all but the last day of August. I didn't quite finish that fin. I ran out of thread, and I said I'm not starting a new thread just to do that, because I'm going to have to do it to start the new turtle anyway. And we had in August one day that was coolish here and slightly cooler there. But, oh look, and this one, I think that's the same temperature. This past week, it was the same temperature the entire week, with the exception of one day when it was cooler, which was that day. So next month's turtle, this month, it's now September, should be a little bit more interesting. Now, this is June's turtle. And when I did the stitching on top, you see how you can really see it here? I didn't really care for it. And so I never did this one because I was thinking I need a different color for these dark red turtles. I might see what it looks like if I use this color or this color, so that you can, I don't know. I could stick with the same color, but I think it would be, would it be better to have them all the same or to be able to see it better? Thoughts? I don't know. I like this pattern, or I wouldn't have chosen it. But I'm not sure I want to frame it like I did, like I want to with the last one. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would lend itself to a pillow. Too bad I can't find a large enough turtle where it could just be on there. But I don't have to think about that now. With the 2023 temperature Sal, when I get it done, I do want to frame it. And I normally am not interested in framing. I'm normally not interested in framing my cross stitch. I don't know. Not normally interested. But I thought if it was framed with a really southwestern looking thing, I think it would look really cool. And yeah, so, but I would have to frame it myself because I can't afford to frame it anywhere else. I probably could save up and frame it somewhere else, but I know how to do framing myself, so, you know, why? So the plus to getting things framed, like, you know, Hobby Lobby or somebody that does framing for you, the plus to doing that is that the back is finished and you know, there's a lot of pluses. They can cut the mats for you if you want a mat. You have a whole bunch of choices for frames. There's a lot of pluses. But it is very expensive. And I used to frame, I have quite a bit of artwork that is framed, professionally framed. And I just find that when I frame, like some of my personal artwork that I've done, I frame myself and you're not looking at the back. Nobody looks at the back, so, you know, that doesn't matter so much. And it's the type of frame you get. And if you go to some place that has a lot of frames, like Jerry's Artorama here, they have tons and tons of frames. and you can pick something and do it yourself for quite a bit less. And so I may do that. I don't know. But I know that I like that well enough that I'm thinking I want to have it framed. It doesn't really look like a temperature chart. It looks like a very interesting cross stitch. So enough of that. Okay. Speaking of things that need to be framed, if and when I finish this, this was my second Whip Go call for August, when Witches Go Riding by Tiny Modernist. It was a sal that started 2 years ago in July. And I was doing cross stitch camp and stuff, and I got really behind, and then, you know, lost my mojo. I dyed this fabric myself, and I did like a blue jean color, and then I coffee tea dyed it, and I thought it was dark enough, but the whites don't really show up, so I have to cross stitch around them. And the eyeballs, I wanted to make them purple instead of green, and then I decided to go ahead and make them bloodshot since I was stitching around it anyway. So what I got in this year in August was from about here down on this, and then, or maybe it was here down, I don't know, but I got really tired of working on this color. I did the word whispers. These three spots, they're two different colors. One's black and the other two are purple. This is one of the skeleton's hats, and that's the witch hat. I couldn't devote as much time to it as it deserved for two reasons. I wanted to work on the scattered seed samplers, and when I would sit down to cross stitch, my son would yell at me because he wanted the house done. And he's very stressed about all of it. But I was like, what is it exactly that you think I need to do? He goes, well, just clean. I'm like, the house is clean. The house is clean. You know, I'm not going to pick up your clothes. I'm just not. So I would just help him do something to get him less stressed. But his stuff, no. Okay, so lastly, Whip Go call for September. This is by CrossStitchingForFun. It, excuse me. They are, the company is two people who, I don't remember if they're family or just know each other, but one's in Russia and one's in Ukraine. And when the war started, Etsy shop shut down their shop because they said it was a Russian shop. But the person who started the Etsy shop is in Russia, but the other person is in Ukraine. And so you can't get it on Etsy now. You have to, they have a Facebook presence, and through there you can find a link to their shop, which is, I think, on Inspire or something. Anyway, I love their patterns. And this is Art Deco Spring, and I decided to go ahead and work on this one to try to finish it. Of course, it has a bazillion colors, and I and missing quite a few colors. So I decided to just go with what I had, and I'll find the other colors later, because yes, when I sat down to work on it, I was like, I'm tired. So I'm working on this flower. I had so this is that last outer ring of flowers. So I have all of this, and then we have the last outer ring. So I have to go from this flower to this bug. But it's close enough that if I wanted to, I could just work on a circle. But I'm hoping that I can at least get all the rest of these elements in there. They each have quite a few colors. So the colors for this one, once I pull out that one, I can do this one because they would be the same. Yeah, I didn't do that one yet. And the daffodils are the same color. So now these are similar, but not the same. So it's gonna take some time. Wouldn't it be nice if I could finish it? The fly is buzzing around me. I want him to die. But I think that she's traumatized because my dad would try to kill them. He had a fly swatter, and he would, and that loud banging sound, which was repeated, just made her so I don't want to try to kill it because I don't want to scare her anymore. So anyway. And I have a lot on my plate cross-stitch wise for everything else that's going on. But I really want to start on that forced embroidery piece. I don't know. Isn't that how it is? Shiny things, you want to start something. Yeah. Anyway, that is everything I have for this week. I hope your Labor Day is, if you're in the U.S., is relaxing and safe. Yeah. Sorry, I don't remember what I was going to talk about. But I will see you again in a week, and hopefully I'll have good news on the house and have tons of cross stitch done. And I don't know. Thanks. Happy stitching.